Here at the University of Twente, as you are all international students, I assume, I think it's obvious that you will live on your own or have your own place here. And you can choose between the city of Enschede itself, or you can also live on the campus, which is all around here. I'm sure maybe you can look at it this afternoon too. I live in the city. I live there because I think that's the best place to be. I think there's most of the cafes and restaurants, and there's just so much fun, and everyone is there. And here at the campus it's also fun, but mostly they're just students, and you'll be in the same environment for all of your time. And you can see here where it's located, but I'm not sure if it tells you that much. I will show you an average week of my life here. Starting with Monday, I have 2 lectures. Starting at 8:45 in the morning, there's a first lecture. It's called Project. Here they give us information about the project, mostly practical, but also informative, what we can use in the project, what kind of analysis we need to make, and just some extra insight or deeper information that we can use. Then in the lunch break, I talk with my classmates, and you just be together. Afterwards, there's another lecture, Policy. As I said, this is in the 3rd module. So the basic topic of this module is policy design and implementation. So in this lecture, there's then one teacher or one professor telling you about a certain topic, and it differs within the topic of policy. And then on Tuesday, starting with a tutorial of skills. In the program, there is different kind of teaching methods. So we have lectures, we have tutorials, and you also have sometimes practicals for statistics, for example, or you have project meetings, but it's up to yourself when to meet your project group and how to organize that. Here we have a tutorial of the skills line, as also Nico told about. You learn, for example, to speed read or how to do mind mapping, which can help you throughout your study to improve your, actually to reduce the amount of time you need to spend on your study. For example, with speed reading, it can really help you. On Tuesday in the lunch break, I often have a committee meeting. Here, this is a committee from the study association called Sirius. Every study is linked to a study association, which is made up of students, and it's run by students, and also students can go to the association and also meet their friends or do other things. A committee basically is just a few people getting together and organizing something, which I do here. I'm in the freshman committee, so I organize, for example, a Parents' Day, or we have a day of running, the Batavieren race. It's a Dutch one, I don't think you know it. Then afterwards, we have a lecture data collection, which also fits in the program. So this is part of the research methods line that you have in every module. In the first module, we, for example, had research methods itself. Sometimes you have statistics, and for this module, we now have data collection. So you go deeper into how that works. And in the evening, I have free time. I often go running or do something else, meet friends. You have time to do something else. In the middle of the week, I can sleep in. We start at 1:45, and another lecture of policy. And afterwards we have a project meeting, so you just sit together in your group, you talk about what you need to do, you discuss you discuss progress. And at night, I forgot to mention, but every night, because I live with 7 other people in one house, every night one of us cooks and you eat together. That's the basic idea of living here, I guess, in a student flat or student house. I play hockey. I do that at the Student Hockey Association, which is also here present at the campus. We have about 65 sport clubs and about 20 culture clubs. So that includes music or dancing, for example. So you can join one of them, which expands your student life as well. So you're not only studying, but also doing some sports or something else. At 21:30, I have a drink with my sorority. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the word sorority, but it's also basically a group of friends who just meet and call themselves a sorority. So they call themselves a group, and they have just the same group of friends who they meet every week. And this drink is just having a chat, having a great night. And then it's Thursday. We have a meeting with our tutor. This is not necessarily every week, but a tutor is someone, often a teacher or another, older person from the university, but not a student, who helps you with the project and who you can go to if there is any problems about the project. And here we had a feedback hour about the exam. That's what they always try to do. If you had an exam the week after or a couple of weeks after, they give you a feedback hour in which you can get feedback, and you can see how you did your exam and what to improve next time, or if you have to do a retake, what to do better. This night we had a prom. This was organized by the study association, so they don't only do study-related things like book sale, but they also organize social activities, for example, the prom. And, Friday we had the day off, but still I decided to work on an assignment. There was a group assignment, and you just need to structure your time for yourself on what to do when, and if you need to work in the weekends or at night or somewhere else. And often I go home to my parents in the weekend. Now it gets a bit less. I stay here more often because it gets more fun here. You get to know more people and you feel at home in the new city. And in the weekend, visit family and friends, hockey match, and relaxing, very important too. I mean, studying is supposed to be one of the best times of your life. So. And here you see what the study association does. What I mentioned before, it's study-related things like the book sale. They also support you in case you have complaints about anything about the study program or about the books or about whatever. They organize also study-related excursions, for example, to The Hague or Brussels, like is also mentioned. And there's also just fun things to do, like the social part, like weekend activities or the prom I had that week, or just a free lunch often. And I also mentioned this before, we have lots of sports and culture clubs. You can join them. I really recommend to do it because it's also a very nice group of students. They're all students sports clubs and students culture clubs. So you just get to know more people and you feel, you get a broader range of friends, so to speak. And then, why to study European Public Administration here at the University of Twente? For me, these were the main reasons. First of all, that it's small scale. You get a lot of attention, personal attention, or you feel free to go to your teacher if there's anything wrong, or if you just want more information or more explanation about the topic. The English language, that's also mentioned before. It's an international program with a very broad focus. So we have the 4 core disciplines, as we call them. You have economics, sociology, political science, and law. And you learn something about all those 4 disciplines, and you also apply that in the project. And I think this is very handy or even profitable for the future, so that's one of my reasons for choosing this program. My final decision, I did that after I was a student for a day. So then you come here and you just join a student, often a first-year student, just for a day, and you walk with him or her and you see what a day looks like. You also have this paper card in front of you in which you can sign up for a student for a day. And this is supposed to be kick in. Kick is wrong. But I want to conclude with if you sign up for the study, or if you sign up for any study at the University of Twente, we have at the end of the summer an introduction week, or a week. It's a 9-day week. And this is when all kinds of activities are organized. You meet the people who are going to study here as well. So you won't be looking all around you in the first lecture, who is going to be here. But you will meet them already. There will be parties, there will be tours, you will get to know the city. You just get to know your way around, which is quite handy before the study.